What's up guys, Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com. Today I just want to test out my new 3-star Yondu and see if he's powerful enough to take down Realm of Legends Wolverine. Is this guy a viable option? He sure seems like it. If we check out his abilities here, his level 1 ability seems like it would counteract Wolverine completely. 100% chance to heal block for 10 seconds, and if the target is regenerating, inflict a heal block for 20 seconds. And this guy is always regenerating, so I should be able to keep that heal block on pretty much permanently, I'm guessing. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot right now, and I guess we'll just see how it goes. Yondu versus Wolverine. Gotta be honest with you guys, I thought this fight was going to be a lot easier than it actually was, and I actually don't even end up taking down Wolverine in this video. Yondu, I mean, he counters Wolverine exactly as expected. The heal block is amazing. It's just that I kind of forgot how difficult this was to do with a 3-star champion. I definitely still take away the majority of Wolverine's life here, and it shows off the champion well enough that deserves uploading, and this way you guys can get a peek into how this fight would go if you were to try it with Yondu yourself, and I can give you some tips on how to play it a little bit better than I did as well. But it's still pretty difficult to do with a 3-star champion, and I would have just popped a revive or tried again, reset the match, tried again or something like that. But I'm trying to save all of my consumables, every last consumable that I have for my labyrinth run that's coming up. But in any case, let's get back to talking about Yondu here. So the heal block, it's amazing if you use your level 1 special when Wolverine has a heal on, as that 20-second duration, it just feels like it lasted eternity, man. It gives you so much time to gain your special back and reapply that heal block. However, keep in mind that Wolverine, while he does have a regeneration effect on him for the majority of the time in the fight, he doesn't always. It's a little bit RNG involved, and there's going to be times where maybe you do have to back off, or you're not able to successfully land some hits, and his regeneration falls off. And you still have to fire off your level 1 special, even if he's not regenerating, because if you do allow for that little bit of a window where there is no heal block on, when you try to fight him and land that level 1 special again, it's going to take you a few seconds to land that heal block, and in that time, a few seconds, that's all Wolverine needs, especially in Realm of Legends. Elsewhere, it's not going to be that big a deal if he gains a tick or two of healing. But in here, it could be thousands and thousands of life that Wolverine just gained back. If you're using a 4-star champion, really not that big of a deal. I imagine this fight is relatively easy with a 4-star champion. But as a 3-star champion, it definitely takes a long time to get in all the damage that you need. It's important to note that the heal block on his level 1 special doesn't actually apply till the arrow hits, which is a second and a half or so after you actually first use that level 1 special. There's a few hits in it, and it's that last hit that actually applies that heal block. So just keep that in mind as well. And what I would say is, if you're only able to get that 10-second heal block, if Wolverine doesn't have a regeneration effect, or whatever champion you're facing doesn't have that regeneration effect, it's better to try to wait until you're at about 1.5 bars of power, if you can. If you don't need that heal block instantly, it's better to try to get to about 1.5 bars of power before firing off your special. This way, you only need that half bar to gain that heal block again. As you can see right now, there's a little bit of window where I messed up, and he got a whole bunch of healing back there actually, because prior to landing that heal block, I fired off my special immediately after I got to that first bar, and like I said, learned from that mistake. But yeah, hopefully you guys won't have to learn the hard way yourself. Hopefully you guys can just take my little bit of advice here and learn from that as well. So Yondu, definitely an option for Wolverine. I would pit the a 4-star Yondu. I would say he's better than a 4-star Star-Lord here, just because it does allow for that more room for error. If you slip up, if you lose your combo, it's not that big a deal. You can just start punching him again, gain that power, apply the heal block again. Really not that big of a deal. I would say that Guillotine is probably still going to be a better option for a lot of players. However, if you're struggling with the Guillotine strategy, then going with Yondu would not be the worst thing, even if you were stuck using the 3-star version of Yondu. You know, you can definitely still get the job done. It's just not going to be the easiest time, but you can definitely whittle away his power, and you know, you might have to revive a couple of times, but at least you'll get him down, versus sometimes just relying on that RNG for you know, playing with Guillotine, or if you're maybe not the best player when it comes to fighting aggressively, you know, Yondu is definitely going to be a safer option for you, I'd say. Yondu is definitely going to be that option as well when, you know, you're in a if you're in a master mode event quest or something like that, and you're going up against a champion that has that strong regeneration ability, and again, you're having difficult time going with like a Guillotine strategy, or you don't have a strong 5-star champion that can just power through it, then Yondu here would be a good option for that as well. I don't know if I would use him much else other than in some kind of specialty quest, just based off my limited testing here. But of course, I haven't really played with the champion much. I just went straight to Realm of Legends just to see how viable of an option this would actually be. So there's going to be a lot more testing on tonight's live stream. I'd recommend, if you want to learn more about the champion, then definitely stop by, and I'll be taking suggestions on, you know, what to test with this champion, how to test him, different areas of the game that we can take him, and the different uses that he may offer, as well as testing out more than just his special 1 ability here. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I am going to drop as I you know, do make a mistake towards the end here, as my life is just whittled down a bit too much to keep going, and eventually Wolverine does get me. But you know, you can see that his life it definitely was going down steadily, even with those few mistakes. The amount of healing that Wolverine was able to get, it wasn't counteracting all the damage that I was able to do. So definitely a good option. So hopefully I'll see you guys on tonight's live stream for the additional testing, and until then, take care everybody.